Welcome, everybody. This is CBSI Presents Tales from the Flipside, number 24. We're starting off the new year with the podcast. I'm Dino. Boys, introduce yourselves.
Hey, P-Dubs here. It's been a while. Just happy to be back.
And it's Ben S. And Michigan, you still suck for blowing it for the Big Ten.
Yes, we do.
What's up, guys? It's Brian, Superman's Comics. I just want to wish everyone a happy new year, and I hope 2018 is even better than last year.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think it's funny on social media. Everyone always hates on every year. They're like, oh, screw 2016. Can't wait for 2017. Oh, God, I hate 2017. Bring on 2018. And like, whatever makes you happy, I guess.
I read an article. It might be older people, too. I read an article that they say that everyone's own generation, they think is the best generation. So, I mean, it's interesting.
My wife is on some moms group, or a group with a bunch of moms on Facebook, and I guess they had a poll going on what celebrities do you think will die in 2018?
Wow.
And a bunch of them had Stan Lee at the top.
Yeah, did you go with Stan Lee? Because that would be my...
He did just turn, what, 95?
95. Guy keeps on ticking. You know, he reminds me...
17, though.
He reminds me of that Magic Johnson South Park AIDS thing. He just has so much money, he just throws it at it, so he never dies. So.
He's drinking the white worm stuff from the strain.
Yeah. I don't know what he's got something going on. I don't know. But
did you guys have a good Christmas?
Yes. Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Went by fast as always. Time off always does for work and whatnot.
I played like 4 hockey games over the week, so I mean I had 3 in one day, but besides that, I really didn't do much. So.
I was glad to have family come, and then I was glad to have family leave.
Do you guys have any weird holiday traditions?
Christmas story on Christmas Eve.
I don't have, being Greek, I really don't have anything.
Everyone always flips out when I tell them this, but so we at my mom's house, we'd always get a real Christmas tree. And sometimes, the watering schedule would sometimes lack a little bit just because we're busy. But we would put real candles on the tree, and it's a European tradition because my mom's from Denmark, and so
and she's a nice lady.
And she's a nice lady, but but anyway, it's if you probably seen them in different cartoons and stuff, but it's like it's weighted on the bottom, and then you just stick a candle, a thin candle in there, and light it, and then just like sing songs and stuff, and then blow them out. But whenever I tell anyone we put real candles on our dry Christmas tree, they freak out. But that's just my mom's tradition from Denmark. That's a little odd for people who don't know about it. But Paul's problems did not catch the house on fire this year, so it's all good.
That's what I was gonna ask. That's the only reason I'm gonna ask it. It's like, did you do something awesome like burn the house down?
No, never come close to having a fire. Knock on wood. But we should have definitely live streamed me trying to wrap presents. That was something. Fucking.
Hey, Brian, you mentioned Christmas Story. Have you ever been to the Christmas Story house?
No, but I know the guy bought that house and the house either across the street or next to it.
Well, because the movie's like set in like Indiana, right? But the house that they filmed in is in Ohio. It's up like towards Cleveland. So I was up in Cleveland for something, and my boss was with me or something, and she was like, "Oh, I want to go to the Christmas Story house." And I'm like, "Okay." And it was literally the stupidest thing I could have possibly ever done.
Yeah, because I believe the guy bought that house and then another house like right across the street, and the house across the street is basically a big Christmas Story museum.
Yeah, it's really stupid. I mean, you get to see like the leg lamp and stuff like that, but I mean, yay. That's you can buy that on Amazon if you want. If you really want to see a leg lamp.
I heard you can like rent. You can stay in the house overnight. It's like a bed and breakfast now too.
That's possible.
We should get Trey a ticket over there.
They made a sequel to it, and it was horrible. The
Oh God,
Christmas Story movie.
I haven't watched a Christmas Story in forever.
It's one of those things that is on, and then should have to watch it all these years. It's almost more background noise, but it has to be on.
I'm in the same boat though. I'm like, the problem with me is like I don't know if I'm like Scrooge, but it's like, dude, like it's bad. Like Christmas music comes on, I'm like, I hate this, and it's like all that crap.
This Christmas seemed to come by really quick. Like normally, it's like you start getting to the Christmas mood and get ready at work. It's just work was busy, home life was busy. Next thing I know, it's like, oh crap, it's like a week before Christmas. Luckily, we did a lot of our Christmas shopping early. Kids made out like bandits. Wife and I are like, what do you want? And I'm like, nothing. And we like both bought each other $100 Nespresso machine, and I bought her like a Jim Shore wooden Disney statue and said it was from the kids. But both of us were just like, we don't need anything.
You bought two espresso makers?
What's that?
You bought two espresso makers?
No, we both bought one, and it was like $100. It was like $200. Then after her Target discount, and spend $100, get a $30 gift card, and then whatever the cartwheel crap is, it came out to like $100.
White girls love Target, man.
Yeah. And I think we spent twice as much in damn coffee pods for it. Like we bought like 120 little coffee pods, and then we're there like freaking fiends going, ooh, try this one.
Oh yeah,
coffee all freaking night.
Yeah.
Is it one of the ones that you can buy the refillable pods? It's just like like it's hard plastic and pop the top, and you can put your own coffee grounds in there.
No, it's basically a fancy Keurig. Like when I first moved up here to Maryland from Virginia, guy I was renting the house from, he had one, and at the time could only get like the pods at like Williams and Sonoma, and it was like ungodly expensive. And I was like, there's no effing way. And I went and visited a buddy of mine who lives in Alexandria, Virginia, and he had one. And I was like, dude, those things are expensive. He said, no, it's about the same as a Keurig. Same price. Same price for the cups.
I used to have a Keurig.
Yeah, it comes with the only thing, this comes with like a little milk steamer frother thing.
Yeah.
So you feel like you can make your mocha loca poo poo juju whatever crap girly drinks. Me, I'm just like, I just want black coffee.
Yeah. That's funny. That's hilarious. No, I wrapped gifts too. I did gift cards for everybody. Saw Scrooge McDuck I was, or Ebenezer Scrooge I was. I just sat there and did gift cards for everybody. I was like Oprah.
Did you get the gift cards where you get the free gift cards on top of your gift cards?
No, I did. I went to Target. I went like $50 visas, $100 visas.
See, if you should go like Outback and get like, you buy $25 gift card, you get $5, and then it's like you're just buying it for yourself.
Yeah, that's true too.
We did that last night. We went out with another couple to their favorite restaurant, and so we bought them a gift card to the restaurant before we sat down. And the guy's like, "Oh, you get $10 for spending $50," but he just put it on their gift card. So like, here's $60 for you, I guess. Whatever. But there's actually a really good deal. I think it's only once a year. Granite City has if you buy a $100 gift card, you get $40 for yourself, which is pretty
nice.
Sweet.
I got a Granite City by me at work. It's nice.
Yeah, they have their $5 beer growler fill-ups, and
yep,
it's not bad.
Yep. I don't know what I'm gonna. So my sister gave me the same thing, like a $50 Visa, and I got like a $25 Amazon gift card from work. I don't know what I'm gonna buy myself. Gotta figure it out.
My dad gave me a $100 Amazon gift card, so I took that, and then some of the money that I get from Patreon supporters, and I bought a sweet little gimbal type thing so you can film with your cell phone, and it kind of moves with you, and it's all mechanical, so you get a smoother shot with it. And then it came with a little adapter so you can put a GoPro in it also. So I figured it'd help make some if I want to film, it'll make some better videos for my YouTube channel.
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
That's
you
good
could use
stuff.
that, use that walking around cons and stuff, couldn't you?
Yeah, yeah, because I went through my GoPro footage from Baltimore, and it's like freaking Andre the Giant just walking around, boom, 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 boom. It was horrible. I was like I think I had like 4.5 hours of footage, and I was just trying to cut crap out of there to make a decent video because it was so bad.
Here's the pod I was talking about. I sent it in the Google chat. They're like, I don't know what they're called.
You're well up over 1,000 subscribers, right, Brian?
Yeah, I just broke 1,100 today.
Nice.
Oh man,
So
I know I'm subscribed. I know the three people listening probably should be subscribed.
Yeah. So, I guess a little self promotion. I am currently running a contest for 1,000 subscribers. So, if you watch it's up on my YouTube channel. I'm giving away Bulletproof Comics Harley Quinn black and white exclusive variant CBCS 9.8.
Nice.
And the contest closes at the end of January. All the details and the videos up on Simpleman's Comics YouTube channel if you guys are interested.
Nice.
I'm gonna check that out
So
I can win it.
it's bad because, I mean, I don't mind it. I started up that Patreon. I hate me. I always feel guilty like asking for money or asking for support. So I mean, I have a couple awesome guys on there, and they help motivate me to keep making content. But to be honest, I think I give out more than I take in, and I don't mind that at all. But yeah, it's enjoyable. I mean, to me, sometimes I enjoy the YouTube stuff, but almost better than doing the actual comic buying. But it's ups and downs. Sometimes it reverses itself where I'm like, I don't want to do anything on YouTube. I just want to buy a bunch of comics.
Yeah. I mean, it's strenuous, dude. I mean, people, you know, I saw I think I saw it on Reddit post. It was like people who live their life on Instagram, like Instagram celebrities or whatever.
Right.
And they were like, they knew it. Some people knew a couple of them, and they were like, it's the most depressing thing in the world. Like all they are like making like everywhere they go, they got to have like a photo for it. And it's like, you got to live your life on Instagram, and like, you're just glued to your phone when you're out with friends. And yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Vegas guy, right? The party guy who almost wanted to fight Dakota Meyer.
Yeah. No, it's crazy shit though, man. It's like, you know, people would do that. I give props to people like that, you know, the unboxing kids. It's like I'm sure those kids really want to have a regular life instead of banking millions of dollars. Like, I mean, and it's more to probably their parents are doing it more than them.
Yeah, like that Ryan's Toys reviews that make yeah. There's some crazy channels out there. There's some channels that my kids watch that I actually find entertaining. And yeah, they definitely put in the work. Everyone thinks it's easy. It's not easy, that's for sure.
Oh man, I mean the marketing that go into that is just ridiculous. I mean Ozzy Man videos are hilarious though. So I'll continue watching that stuff.
Is the Patreon thing fairly new, or is that been around for
somewhat? A while? It's been around. I'd say I've been aware of it for probably about 4 or 5 years.
Oh, okay.
And then it's always like, do you want to do it? And I'm like, no, because my whole thing is like, if I'm gonna do it, okay, what value do I have to provide someone to say, hey, you know, do you mind kicking a couple bucks my way to help support my channel? By doing so, here's some rewards. This is what you get out of it. This is the value given back to you. But my whole thing is like, I'm not doing the YouTube to make money. I'm doing it because it's fun, but also just to kind of create a community around it. So I don't want it to just be my channel. I want it to be a channel for people that love comic books. And then they kind of see my journey into collecting comics, or and hopefully my personality comes across in it, not just, hey, you know, I'm a know-it-all and this is what I think you should be buying. And it's more like, hey man, let's sit here and talk about these comic books. This is what I'm interested in. This is what I think is good this week. Let me know what you guys think, and then kind of start a conversation that way. Just like from CBSI, how I met all you guys. It's just another avenue to meet other people. Like I've said before, I've met some really great guys on here that I chat on Instagram or even on YouTube back and forth through comments on each other's videos. So it's kind of cool. It adds an extra layer to that whole comic book collecting journey, I guess you can say. But
do a lot of the other guys have Patreons running too?
I'm not sure. I don't really ask. I mean, if they don't say it, I don't really ask for one. Um,
Yeah, I didn't know if it
think
was
a
like
lot of people are just like, here's some comic haul videos, and that's cool because man, I see a lot of cool comics on there. Uh, it's just kind of like I'm constantly thinking, okay, what can I do that's a little bit different? And I want to not just show hauls, but try to create actual content that's somewhat entertaining, like infotainment, I guess you can say. So
Yeah, you never want to force something on it. It's like this podcast. Like we have a collective people, and we don't force anything on anybody, and we just kind of talk about like chilling around a campfire kind of thing, and like we don't try to be too elitish, I guess,
Yeah.
when it comes to our opinions.
And you always want to keep it kind of an arm's distance away to where it doesn't ever feel like work, because that's what it just drains you. So,
Yeah, I had a moment like that with F5. It was terrible. It was like I did this consignment thing, and this guy had some books, and he had some decent books. He had some keys, and so I sold them at Indy one year, and then I started selling them, and then he had like Peter Parker and Spectacular Spider-Man and some other stuff, and it's just stuff that didn't sell. Wouldn't sell, like they're dollar books, and he thought they were more money, and it just I almost was gonna turn it in and was like, dude, I don't want to deal with this anymore. It's not fun anymore. But I got out of it. So, but it was yeah. When it turns not to be fun anymore, that's when I tell myself I'm gonna get out. So
yeah. So yeah, I just want to make sure that when I was talking about people putting haul videos up, I'm not saying I enjoy it. I hope I don't want it to seem like I'm talking down to that, because everyone does it. I think it's great. It's just I want to do that, and then I also try to think, okay, what other content can I put up there as well?
yeah, no. Good stuff though. I'm super happy about your channel, man. At least we got somebody who's kind of pseudo famous on here. So
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. You like, yeah, I got 1,000 subscribers. Then I look over, my kids are watching some videos, and it's got like 4 million views. But hey, I always just keep it in perspective where you're just not really doing it for the money. I mean, yeah, I monetize and put the ads on through YouTube, but you don't make money on that, man. Like I said, it took me a year to make $100.
yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit quicker now. I think it's averaging. If you look at the analytics, I think it averages like $20 a month right now through monetization.
Hey, $20, that's a variant, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's nice every now and then, hey, you get an email, you get a deposit from Google for YouTube, but like I said, it's not really to make money. It's just for the love of the hobby. And I enjoy doing stuff on a computer, so it just kind of makes it a little bit, ties both together.
What was the thing that was going around recently where they were demonetizing certain accounts, like left and right?
Yeah, so that was a big one. I guess it hit a lot of like some of those big YouTubers hard. So they were doing, they call it, was it Admageddon? Or they were calling it, they had a bunch of different names for it. So YouTube was trying to monitor videos because they were getting rid of like not family, or if you can't monetize your video if you click that explicit language on when you publish it.
Correct.
And there's a lot of people that didn't have that clicked, and there's a lot of channels out there that were like supposedly kid-friendly channels but didn't have kid-friendly material to it. So they did this algorithm, or however YouTube did it, but they had automatically were supposed to be checking all these videos for that type of content. A lot of people that had good content were getting affected by it and getting hit and getting demonetized.
Which I understood YouTube's thought behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to have a bunch of kid friendly stations out there that aren't kid friendly.
Yeah, from what I understand, there was like some freaking like pedophile type stuff on these kids channels that should have been blocked, and that was part of the reason why it just so happens. I mean, they had a way around it where if you could request a manual review, and then they would review it within 7 days. But for like really small YouTubers like us, or you have to have at least 1,000 views before you can request it. And I mean, I think my best videos average 1,300, 1,400 views. So you've already hit that climax of views before you can even request a review. And a couple of my weekly picks have gotten flagged for it, because you'll see the icon. It's a green $ if it's monetized, and then it'll switch to yellow. That doesn't mean you're not getting any ad money. It's just saying that certain advertisers don't think your content is appropriate for their ads.
Yeah, the kids stuff, I didn't really read too much into it, but I think it was videos of Peppa Pig and whatnot, but the audio was changed.
Yeah, there was a lot of that. I caught my kids watching like some Mario stuff. And there was like Mario on the screen, but yeah, the voiceover work was motherfucker and some and you're sitting there watching, all of a sudden you catch a glimpse of it, and you like look at your kids like, and then you're not helping it much because you're looking at them going, "What the fuck are you listening to?"
It's funny you guys having kids. Like when I get kids, man, it's gonna be crazy. Like I'm like, like I don't have to worry about that shit. I just watch whatever. It's like now I gotta watch what kids are watching. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah, my kids are bad with that too, and I point the finger back at myself because you'll hear them. They're fine, but then when you're like trying to put them to bed, and you hear them upstairs and they're in each other's rooms, and you hear them like, "Fucking bitch, motherfucker!" And I'm like, "Hey, you wash your," it's like what your parents said to you.
Yeah.
Go up there and wash your mouth out with soap.
And I don't know what's worse, like watching what they gotta watch or watching like Frozen a million times over and over again. Like,
yeah, the Frozen thing was bad.
It's bad when you have like Cody, you take your kids to a movie and they're not even walking out of the theater yet, and the kids are yelling, "Let's go home and watch it again on the TV."
Yeah. You know what's funny is my cousin has kids and it's bad. Like he has Cody and like his Roku or whatever he's using stopped working, and she threw a fit, man. He's like, "I don't know, you need to fix it so she doesn't throw a fit." Like she can only watch like Peppa Pig video like episodes on like Cody or something, and it's only like her favorite episode she likes to watch. It's only on Cody or something. I was laughing. I was like, Jesus.
Like I said before, I mean, I watch some stuff on Cody, but for a lot of movies and stuff now, I switched that Terrarium. Yeah. It's a lot quicker, and it seems like the streams are more dependable.
Hey, you got to stop talking about it or shut it down. That's what I figure. So, what's next, Dubs?
Let's see here. Guys, do anything for New Year's?
I'll let the old timers go first.
Well, we're spending it all talking to each other, so we're obviously.
No, I mean last night.
No, I think I almost fell asleep at 11:30. That's what us old folks do.
Okay.
I was watching WWE on demand. I was watching like old Stone Cold Steve Austin matches, and
which is awesome, by the way. Very awesome.
My kids, like, they don't. It seems like they don't know who he is, but they keep yelling John Cena's name around. But every time I like put him on the TV, they don't really know. Like I even bought them John Cena action figures for Christmas, and they're just like, "Who's this?" I'm like, "You guys are always talking about him." But
dude, Cena probably is the greatest wrestler ever. Besides, like, I mean, not talented wise, not like Ric Flair, but like in today's modern era, probably the greatest wrestler ever. I mean, he's jobbing out the people on Raw right now, and he could be like a douche and be like, "I'm not jobbing out because the old story about when Hogan dies, I'm not going to my job because he didn't job for anybody." So yeah. So
he's awesome now. It's funny if you go back and watch like his old school stuff, like his old Eddie Guerrero matches and crap, and he's all like Eminem'd out.
Yeah, thugged out.
Yeah.
Thugonomics, dude. That's good times.
Yeah. It's so funny to watch his older matches.
I didn't do much, man. I mean, I felt like a lame ass dude. I didn't even like going out, like especially around here, like fucking cops are out and it's amateur hour, and I got almost smoked a couple years ago on New Year's Eve. It was like down in where I used to live at my parents' house. I was in Pontiac, and I was coming from somewhere, and I was like, "Oh, I'll just hang out." And I left, and it was before like the ball dropped. I think it was like 11 o'clock or something. This dude was going like 100, like literally 100, almost hit the back end of me. Like he would have destroyed my car. Like it would have been like gone. And him and his buddy were cracking Budweisers in the car and just smoking it, going like 100 down and going like back and forth to the lanes is bad.
So they miss you? They just blew by?
Oh, they just missed me. I felt the wave, dude. Like he barely almost clipped me in the back end, and I felt like a big, like, when you pass like a semi and it kind of feel that, that semi passes you and it kind of sucks you in. That's what it felt like, dude. It was crazy.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do much though. I just I hung out. I played some Horizon, and that's about it, man.
Yeah, I had the damn cold, I had a flu, so I just stayed home. My father-in-law throws a big party every year, but I guess even that was low key. So I had to go to bed early. I ended up watching John Wick 2 instead.
I think a lot of people are being low key nowadays. I mean, millennials and old people alike. It's like, man, it's not worth it, man. Not worth it getting busted. Not worth, for what?
It's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive. You go out and you get smashed at a party. It's like, and then what? You got to drive home, or you got to like, it's like. I mean, back in the younger days, that's what I used to do, but I don't know.
Uber it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I kind of talking to this girl last night, but we'll see. I don't know.
Working it.
Try to, man.
You want to talk about you wanted to talk about the top 10.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about since Ben kind of just released it, dropped it, and Ben doesn't get to talk a lot, so he can talk about the top 10s.
Let's see here. It came out. It dropped that Friday, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it was Friday.
So I think from what I saw, I think the biggest complaint or book that should have been on there was that that Cosmic Ghost Rider or whatever, the Albuquerque.
Thanos 13.
Yeah, Thanos 13. I think that probably I had looked at it earlier in the day because some of this stuff I like look at kind of earlier in the week, and that one it didn't look like it really picked up until the weekend. And then it looks like somebody else said something about that Venom Inc. Delato, whatever the name of that title is. I don't know. There's like 14 words on that title, but
I think it's Venom. I actually think it is Venom Inc.
Is it? I don't know. There's a Venom Inc. Alpha. I don't know what it is, but
yeah, Alpha. Alpha was the first one, and then Omega is next or whatever.
I mean, is anybody even reading those? Does anybody even know what's going on in those?
I'm not reading that.
No.
But yeah, I mean, there's a few things this week that I threw on there. Gave Valiant a little bit of love. Put two of their books on there: Eternal Warrior 4, First Bloodshot, and the that crazy Quantum and Woody variant that's got like gold foil and glow in the dark and scratch and sniff and I don't know whatever all those things are. But
and your boy on Twitter highlighted your article. Your boy Dinesh.
I tell you what, that guy follows his product.
Yeah.
I mean, when's the last time you heard from Jim Lee or Joe Quesada or anything like that? You don't hear from those guys, so who knows if they even care what's going on? But Dinesh does.
I mean, do you think that's good for Valiant? That he's so close to the product like that and like actually like highlight your articles and stuff. I mean,
maybe. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to tell. I mean, because it's hard to tell if he's just if he knows the product so well. I mean, like that's why I wasn't really sure on the Eternal Warrior thing because I was watching the sales over the last couple of weeks. And there was a sale and a sale and a sale, and then he posts a picture that he was buying them. And I'm like, well, I mean, I guess technically, if you were a millionaire, you could pretty much, if you just want to just start, want to make one of your, if you had a, small haul of, ASM 300s or something like that, if Reagan wanted to or something like that,
mm-hmm.
He just all of a sudden just started buying them, at the higher prices, he could almost create instant value for the rest of his books just by buying the ones that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if he's doing that or if that's how I don't even know. But it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if it's good for the hobby or not good for the hobby. But I don't know. His people seem to like it.
Yeah.
So, but it's never really drawn me in. I don't even know if I own any Valiant books, or other than the ones from the 90s that I bought way back then.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's funny too, because it's like, it has a market. I mean, it right. Obviously, he wouldn't be in business if he didn't have profits or some type of profit margin, right? I mean,
Right.
So, I honestly think Hellboy, I bought 3 of those, man. So it'll be interesting. I think it's going to be a crap ton for that print run.
Oh yeah, on the Hughes one, that Krampus knocked or whatever.
Yep, I picked up 3.
Yeah, I'm not real. Dark Horse stuff doesn't usually do that well. The one I'm still intrigued by is that Captain Marvel #1. I can't believe that there's none of them for sale.
Me and you were talking about this earlier in the week, man. I can't believe it's like like you said, I can't believe there's none in sales. But the other thing too is like I can't believe it's still holding on, dude. You know how many books there were out there? I mean, I had 2.
Oh, I know. I mean, I remember when they came out, and they were just everywhere. I mean, it was just lines of them on eBay, and they're just not there anymore. I don't know why.
I mean, it's a good cover. I'm not going to say it's a shit cover by any stretch of the imagination, but it's nothing impressive. It's not like Loesch, or it's not like something crazy,
No, I agree. It's still, to me, when I look at it, I think she's got like a hole in her back, and the sun's coming through.
Yeah,
through her stomach or something like that. But I'm trying to figure out how it's reflecting on the front when the sun's behind her. But the book just doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, and I mean, I understand too, because it's like it's a dark cover on both sides. I think it's a black cover on the back. Don't hold me to that, but I think it is a black cover on the back too. So I mean, it's a dark cover, which is probably harder to get 9.8, obviously, and it's going to show all the flaws. But still, I mean, it was still a crap ton of them.
When did that come out? Like February, I think,
of 2016 or 2017.
It was 2016, I think.
I forget. I remember it. I had it pre-ordered on DCBS.
Yeah, it was 2016,
and that was when they had variants for still cheap. I think it was. I mean, it was huge, so they had marked it up. But I had pre-ordered it early, and then sure enough, right when the orders closed, I got the email saying, "Sorry, you're not getting this." And I just let it go. I never tried to hunt it down from there.
Yeah. I mean, they were on eBay for what, $40, $30, I think, when they were first getting lit off. $25, I think, something like that.
Oh yeah, and I think they end up dropping even a little bit after that. And it just doesn't. I just don't understand that book.
Well, that's like the Hughes Catwoman run. I mean, they started spiking out of nowhere for a while. Also, when they were like $3 books a couple years ago, $6 books. I think Adam Hughes just has that effect where, like, every now and then his images spike. Don't get me wrong. I think that I like that cover. I think it's a good cover. It's too late in the game for me to try to buy it because I'm not going to pay that amount of money for it. But I think it's a good cover.
Yeah, it looks like there's 62 Universal 9/8 and 12 Signature Series 9/8 of that Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not like rare by any stretch of the imagination. Not like we talked about this. We talked about this earlier in the day too. Is Master Universe, that Skeletor variant. That's far more rare than this Captain Marvel Hughes variant by. And they're talking about ratios. It might be 100 or 1 in 25. It might be a 1 in 50 or 1 in 100 more likely for the He-Man one because not too many people ordered that. But I mean, I think the Captain Marvel actually is a 1 in 25.
Yeah.
But
the other highlights on the list this week, I liked I found this, that my Golden Age pick of the week was that Junior number 12. I'd actually never seen that cover before, but it was pretty cool looking cover. And I'm just honestly, the more I look at these Golden Age things, I don't know if they got more room to jump, but man, just when you look at the values just a few years ago compared to what they are now, I mean, these things are, if you're not buying some of this stuff and just holding on to it for a couple of years, I think you're going to miss out on some huge profits.
Yep. No, it's crazy. You like X-Men 1, all the ones, all the number ones, you mean?
Well, those just anything. I mean, anything Golden Age, or, I mean, the silvers. The silvers are still silvers. I mean, there's a billion of them out there, but man, some of those Goldens, man, you just look at the increase on them. It's just insane.
I've been seeing them go up. I've been seeing a lot of number one, like Fantastic Four number ones. I've seen more Fantastic Four number ones unloaded right now than I've seen in a while. At least like 10 or 15 in the last month. It's crazy. I mean, and they're like 1.5s and like they're lower grades, but I mean they're going for $2-3 grand, you know. But like you said,
I still like one, but
no, I mean, I still like one too. I mean, I looked at one; it was like $500, but it was like really beat. I'm like, I don't really want one. Just to, you know, I mean, half the cover was gone or a quarter of the cover was gone. I was like, yeah. But I mean, no, I picked up some pre-code horror books today. I picked up a cool book a couple weeks ago that I haven't got yet. I mean, it's definitely a buyer's market right now, to be honest with you. I mean, if you have the money stashed away, I mean, that's the big thing, obviously.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you definitely there's not going to be it's not going to jump, $150 in 3 days or anything like that. But
it's like gold, man. It's literally like gold, man. You're just gonna buy gold right now and stock it away, and hopefully it bumps a couple percent. You make your money, and it's almost like a CD kind of, make some money on it. And
oh yeah, I think I was talking to Tony, and he was saying, just that feeling of finding one of those, golden age that most people have never even seen before, and then they're like, oh, that's an awesome looking book or whatever, and then it's just that feeling of finding those books it's not very few places even sell them. I mean, most stores don't even sell golden age.
Nope. I got, especially around here, dude. There's very few golden age books, and I mean, and the stuff you're trying to look for, like, let's be honest, like, but Tony's gonna hate me on this one. The Matt Baker, the old stuff, like the all the old nice golden age books, especially the pre-code horror stuff like that. Like, you're never gonna find that, man. I mean, no. Like, I bought a top 50 book off pre-code horror off of Ben C's article tonight. I mean, I got a good deal on it, but it's not Black Cat 50, or some kind of crazy stuff like that. I mean,
yeah, who was it that posted that picture of that pickups? I mean, he picked up it was like a few months or something like that, and man, there were some incredible pre-code keys in there and stuff. I was just like, man, it's like he just went down Ben's list and was like, okay, I want that one and that one and that one. I can't remember who posted that.
Was that Sandy Sutherland? Maybe. I know he collects golden age.
Was that who it was? I can't remember. It was earlier in the week, but
earlier this week.
Yeah, it wasn't long ago. It was real recent. Yeah, I'd have to go back and look, but yeah, I would highly suggest anybody who's thinking about just go ahead and make the leap and buy some cool looking covers or something like that, and just go for it.
That's what I did. I mean, me and Tony were talking about it tonight. I bought that. I bought some old golden age stuff from a couple times ago. Brad Allen, you mean the All-Star Western one?
Gosh, let me look. It was just like I said, it was really recent.
Oh, Sean Weingarten with the Black Cat and the Web of Mystery and all that stuff.
Oh, was that okay? So was it Sean?
Yeah, it was Sean. Yeah. Mysterious Adventures, all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm like, man, that's crazy what he picked up.
Yeah, we talk about that shit all the time. He's good at what he does, man.
Action 252. I mean,
yeah. That Black Cat Mystery 50 was awesome. So,
did you see or on Instagram, somebody that I follow, she posted she has 18 of the Chamber of Chills, the Misfits covers, 18 of them.
You see that one dude he picked up on me and Sean were talking about that. It's a Black Cat collection dude. He picked up a 9.6 Black Cat.
I saw that. That was insane.
He bought that at Heritage, I think. I think it went for Heritage, man. I want to say it went for like 18, I think.
Man,
guy's a beast, man.
That's probably the only one though, right? The 9.7.
Oh, the highest graded dude for sure. And he had a 9.2 in the background just for shits and giggles. God, that guy, I don't know, man. Look, he's got a Punch Comics 70 or Punch Comics 1270, man.
Yeah, I'd almost be willing to take a flight to California just to go
Look at his collection.
to a store just to look at the books.
I don't think it's at a store. I think those books are at his house, maybe.
Oh, is he not taking them to the store?
I don't think he's taking them to the store. I think he has those in his personal house, which is fucking crazy in itself. I mean, you look through his Instagram, man. It's like, I'm sure he does other things. He probably protects it. Let's just put it that way. But I mean, he has some crazy amount of money coin stashed in his crib. So, but.
Do you guys think that that Thanos 13 second print is going to do anything? With a Cosmic Ghost Rider on the cover and Thanos sitting in his chair.
Is it so? It's a different cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got like the King Thanos on the cover, right?
Yeah. King. Yeah.
I would say if it's a different cover, then it's got a good shot.
Best thing about that Thanos issue also is one of the few Marvel covers that didn't have 12 different covers for it. I mean,
yeah. But
it's
weird they're
few
starting to do that.
Didn't have like the Legacy headshot variant.
The lenticular cover. Yeah.
I think it had like, I'm trying to remember. I think it had what, 3 covers maybe? The regular, I think it might have had a lenticular, and then the Albuquerque.
Maybe.
I thought Albuquerque was retiring. Didn't he say that like 2 years ago that he was retiring or something like that?
I didn't hear that, but
After like his Spider-Gwen run or something like that, he was not going to do. That's why I could be mistaken, but I thought I remembered that.
What are your comic plans for 2018? Anybody thinking about it yet?
I actually Paul, it was funny you asked that because I actually have been I've been trying to figure out what I wanted to do this year, and so I'm trying to step up. And I mean, I rarely buy anything on eBay. It doesn't make sense to buy something on eBay to try and flip it on eBay. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm trying to find other avenues, but I'm trying to get bigger books, you know, to try and not, you know, stop with the, you know, $3 and $4 books to, you know, make $2 or something like that. As much as I like doing that, it's like it gets exhausting, and I hate shipping books. And
you mean flipping wise?
Yeah. I mean, even for myself, I mean, because I mean, I really don't. It's not like I make any money off of this. I mean, I'm really all I'm doing is just, you know, if I do sell a book, it's so I can buy a different book to keep or something like that. I mean, I'm not really making any money doing it, but I don't know. I mean, I dig through back issue bins so much that it gets exhausting, especially when you start looking at the same books and you're just like, oh yeah, that one's selling for like $8 and I can get it for $4. But then you're like, well, do I really want to buy it and then list it and then ship it and then, you know, have the guy say it came damaged and I just give him his money back? Do I really want to go through that hassle to make a few dollars? I mean, it's just like.
Hey, I mean, I totally understand that by any stretch of the imagination. I really do. I mean, there's a point in your life where you don't want to, you know, you flipping for dollars, you know. So some people do it. I'm not gonna bitch at people who do it, but I mean, it's a grind, man.
It is, and you got to do it in volume for it to be worth it. Yeah. So I was sitting there last night and I actually ended up buying. I ended up spending the most I ever spent on a book ever last night, which I was totally not expecting to do, sitting there on, you know, New Year's Eve buying a book, but I did. So
I mean, I dropped probably I wouldn't say the most I've ever spent on a book, but damn near close. I mean, so I guess I'll tell everybody now. So I bought a Batman 121 for like $400. So I mean, 4,
Raw?
I think yeah, Raw. Yeah. So, and it was all to Tim Walker. You know, Tim Walker hooked me up. He gave me that link like a month ago because he knows I've been looking for a Batman 121. He's like, dude, he goes, you got to buy it. You know, I'm like, I'm a heathen and hauling over it, you know, because I'm like, it's a lot of money. Do I want to buy it? Blah, blah, blah. So I called up and I'll guess I mean, I bought it off Mile High. So, I mean, it's not like anything kind of crazy. So I told him I wanted scans of it. And the scans were different than the picture on the actual website.
Uh-huh.
So that was better, kind of. It's missing the little bottom of the corner in the bottom of the first page, but it's like white pages, he says. And
so you haven't got it yet?
I haven't got it yet. And the centerfold's attached and the cover's attached. And so, I mean, honestly, it's going to be a 1.5, maybe 1.8, but
that's still pretty sweet. You don't see that book that often.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I haven't seen that. I mean, I've been hunting that book for like 4 years. I mean, I've seen them pop up and pop down, but the price range I was looking for and everything else, it just, you know, I would get like ones that are just shit front covers that didn't present well. So, yeah, I try to get something that at least presents well, you know.
You can take that and get that signed by Arnold.
I actually, that would be pretty cool, but I would ruin. I mean, I'd get like the inside cover signed or something to ruin the cover. That would be awesome. Maybe I'll talk to Jimmy and see if he can hook me up. I don't know yet. I'm gonna get it graded. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So
You should.
Well, that's sweet though. Congrats.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I've been buying. You know, I've been buying bigger books now because, like you said, I've been off the $20 flip chain. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather buy books that I can, you know, flip for bigger money. You know, but obviously it's a bigger risk because you're spending more money, obviously. So.
What about you, Ben? Are you saving yours for a haul video reveal or?
No, I picked up an Action 252. I think it's a 2.5. It's already graded. But I just never spent that much money on a book. But now I just got to decide if I want to actually keep it or if I just want to move it. Because I mean, I got it for a decent enough price to where I can move it if I want to, but I'm gonna decide.
You're gonna come to Indy, right?
Well, I know I'm going to C2E2 because I actually got a press pass, or I'm supposed to get the press pass for C2E2.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the week after Indy.
Yeah, it is. Which
so
is shitty.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get over to Indy.
Okay. If you're looking to hawk it though, I mean, you can always ship it to me, dude, and I'll ship it back to you.
I could.
You know, just, you know, to give me what your lowest thing is, and we'll, you know, I'll definitely.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's like I said. I mean, it's one of those things that I'm like, if I move it, great. If I don't,
yeah, totally understand, man.
Supergirl's not going anywhere. But
yeah, it's a safe book. It's not like crazy, like it's some kind of like Superman Adventures 7, some kind of book that's hot and then cold.
Right, exactly. But yeah, I want to look at it when I get it in, see if it presents well. Sometimes a 2.5 can look like garbage, but it looked decent from the picture. So, if the front cover looks like it's fully intact and stuff like that, I may end up keeping it, but it's hard to keep a big book like that for a while. But,
yeah. Well, look at Z and that Aquaman one I sold him. He kept that thing for like a year and a half. I felt bad for him. But, so I don't know. Aquaman books are on a fire right now, dude. 1, 2, like all the old school Aquamans from the 60s, like the Nick Cardy era. Like number 1, number 2, number 3, even the like number 4s are going for like a couple hundred now. I had them all, dude, for a little bit.
I remember that.
So, but what do you I don't know to throw you on a spot like this, but since you did the top 10s for almost the whole year, do you have any cool ones or ones you've been trying to find or things you reminisce over the year?
Well, it's weird is because the top 10 is more just what has happened type thing. Like I'm not trying to predict which ones are going up.
Correct.
I actually had my ghost books are the ones that I'm always looking for.
Yeah, me and you talked about this. I found a couple. I found a couple. I felt bad.
Those are like always really hard to find to start with. And so then when I actually mention them, I'm always either hoping that some of them surface, but it seems like they even still, they just don't really, I don't know. I mean, some of these books, they just don't seem like they're in existence.
Well, we talked about that Superman, that 9.8 that went for so low money. It's not even funny.
Yeah, that went way cheap. But I mean, I did actually, since the last time I was on, I mean, I actually did find the very first article that I wrote for the website was like, I don't know, maybe it was 3 months after the website was around. So it was like, what, 2014, 2015, whatever it was, something like that. And it was a Campbell, that Elephant Men 31, 31 variant that I'd never seen ever. And I finally found it just by pure luck on eBay and bought it. So I was really, really excited to actually see that book actually existed. But
I'm still trying to find your $300 to $2 price variant.
Oh my gosh,
I have it, dude.
Brutal. That Wonder Woman. Oh my gosh,
everything's $1. Is it $1.25 or $1.75 or whatever it is?
I know.
I can't find it, dude.
I know.
There's like a million listed. I'm like, oh, one day somebody's gonna slip up, and I still haven't seen it yet.
I know it doesn't exist, and I mean it's Canadian. I mean, because it's Canadian, so I'm thinking, there's got to be some, but there just aren't. I mean, I don't know why they're just not there. But
yeah, me and Paul and a couple guys we were talking about this earlier before we rocked this podcast. We got this thing started. So what I usually do when I go to the comic book stores and I'm kind of burnt out, or I sit there and like, fuck, I'm tired of looking at all the Amazing Spider-Man keys and there's nothing here or variants or whatnot. I go through the old articles, dude. That's what I do. Like Ben C's article, your articles, and I try to find books like that. It's a good long shot by any stretch of the imagination, but that's what I kind of do.
Oh no, absolutely. The Ben's his top 50 pre-code books. Oh my gosh, I love that thing.
Yep,
I just pick it all the time.
Yeah, I just picked that Adventures in the Terror 28 up number. I think it's like number 31 on his list or something, or 30 something. So it's a 7.5. It'll be the highest graded.
Which cover is that? Adventures of Terror.
Yeah, Adventures in the Terror. Hold on a second. Let me.
When was your last Ghost article, Ben? Or did you change the title?
No, I actually, because I hadn't done one in forever. And then I noted, or I sent out a poll or whatever to just, kind of see what people, kind of wanted to come back or whatever. And, people said they wanted it back. So then I wrote one, I guess it was just 2 weeks ago. Maybe 3 weeks ago. It was like before Christmas, but it'd been over a year before that. But
that's one of the best articles, dude. I know you put a lot of time into it too. That's one of the coolest articles. I put that link in our chat. It's number 39.
39.
Yeah. No, dude, it's crazy, man. It's like, when you talk about like articles like that, like ghost hunting and top 50 pre-code horrors, the amount of time it takes to write all this stuff is, I mean, people don't understand. I mean, they just see a list and like, oh, that's cool. But I mean, the time it takes, I mean.
Well, that one's hard because you're basically trying to find books that nobody can find. So it's really difficult to try and find books that nobody else can, that people may not even know exist. But that one that I did post that I've now actually had several people message me about is that Wally.
Christmas, the Wally one, yeah,
the Christmas variant. Like everybody's like, oh my gosh, I want that book, and I'm like, I do too. But nobody's
found it.
No.
And it's funny. It's like a Wally book. You figured it'd be like a dollar bin somewhere. Like,
right.
Nobody would know about it.
When did the Wally come out? Was it this year?
No. It was a while ago. It was
Wally was out.
Yeah, it was. It's not a new book or anything like that. But yeah, if anybody ever finds it, let me know, because the two pictures that I had, one was from Midtown and one was from I don't even know where the other picture came from.
I think it was my comic shop, maybe.
Maybe, but the Midtown picture shows that the Christmas lights are in color, and the other picture shows the Christmas lights are in white. So I would actually like to know which one, and they both have the full trade dress. They both have the barcode.
Yep.
So I would like to know which one is actually the real one.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny. And off that list, so I looked at his list, and me and Ben were talking about this, because like, oh, he put it. Would you put it out Friday? When you put it out?
Let's see, it came out on the 15th. So
yeah, so
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so I picked up. So I guess I'll talk about it. So I picked up that A1 variant, the Art Germ variant, and then I picked up the Fistful of Blood 4, that Beasley 110 variant. I couldn't find a Ninjak 25, man. I was looking. The other one I can't find is that Dakin one. That's tough too, man.
Yeah, it's not the greatest cover. I mean, I've looked at it several times, and it's not. Djurdjevic's usually pretty decent, but that's not the greatest cover in the world. But
I mean, in the Motu one, that's you're never gonna find that, dude. I mean,
yeah, I need to figure out, because I mean that's the one I actually do have, and I didn't realize when I found it that it was that difficult until Sean told me it was virtually impossible to find. And then I tried to find, because I actually found number 1, 2, and 3 at the same place. I ended up selling the number 3 to some guy in Australia or something like that. But I kept the number 2, and I've still got the number 1 and number 2. But yeah, it's a cool looking cover. But
speaking of cool looking covers, what was I when I sat there and I looked at it? I was looking for the classic comics, the Popeye one, the Kelly Jones one. I tried to find that one. I saw the number 1, the SDCC one, but I don't think that's really. I didn't pick it up. It was like he wanted like $20 for it or something. I was like, yeah.
I've seen that since that one came out. I mean, that one, obviously that was over a year ago when I posted that. I've seen that book one time on eBay, and it was a guy who had it as a 9.8, and he had it listed for $400. And it sat there, and then all of a sudden it said this item has sold. So I don't know if he actually got $400 out of it, but he sold it. But that was the only one I've ever seen for sale.
Mm-hmm. I know somebody picked up that Ninja book conveniently when you posted your article from somewhere else. Let's just put it that way. So I thought that was a very
somebody did what with it?
Somebody bought that Ninjak video. That somebody said they picked up that Ninjak Friesen variant. I thought that was interesting.
Honestly, I know this is. I don't know how this stuff works or whatever, but I don't share. I don't share what I'm actually going to publish until it actually comes out. I mean, I don't give anybody a heads up or anything like that. But I know people have said before, they're like, why don't you guys just charge for the website? That way, to where we can get, a heads up, on some of this stuff beforehand. But, if anybody ever questions it, no, I post it. Everybody sees it at the same time. Nobody gets it early.
Come on. You slid it to me like five days before. Yeah. And plus, to be honest with you, when you get books too, it's books you've looked for extensively. You know what I'm saying? I think ghost hunting more for you more than the actual person, because it's like books you can't find, and maybe somebody can say, "Hey, I found one."
Oh yeah, because honestly, probably over the last couple years, I'm looking every store I go to. I look for the books that I've written about because I can't find them. But I have actually since then, because I've been looking specifically for them. I've found some, But some of them I've still never, like that stupid Wonder Woman 300. I've never found that price variant.
Okay. I found this place. I found a place where I might be able to find some books. I'm gonna look for you. It's way out there though. I mean, shipping's gonna be ridiculous, but I mean, like you said, if you can't find it, right? I mean,
yeah, I mean, you should. I mean, you're right about Canada. You should be able to find stuff like that.
I can't, dude. I can't, man. It's tough. Hey, the game out here is everybody thinks, oh, you know, Detroit's like all crazy and stuff like that, but it's like I can't find books out here, man. It's tough. Like it's picked over. I mean, not saying like me and Sean talk about this. You know, Sean picks up books from my place where I go. You know, I know Brian Susie. I think he picks up books. A couple guys pick up books from my store. I mean, unless it's something that's it's out of somebody's price range or somebody's just locked in and walked by, you're not gonna find books here, man. I mean, people are ripping the $5 packs out of Five Below to get a fucking variant. I mean, that's how bad it was here. So
that kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I for all the hauls I've always had, I mean, I've got a couple of Craigslist deals here and there. I mean, I got spoiled. One of my first ever hauls was one of the greatest Craigslist deals ever. I mean, so I mean, so when it comes to like crazy deals, at the end of the day, it's hard for me to get excited to things about that. Look in the chat, Ben. That's not terrible. It might be because it's not A, but I mean, if you want to go at it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see, it's not the. I know. Yeah. Honestly, some of those B's are difficult.
Yeah. I mean,
he doesn't have the hat on, right? Wasn't that the deal?
Right. Yeah, the hat. There it is, though. 2009. So that's 8-year-old book.
Yeah, and how many of those are actually going to be printed? You know what I'm saying? Nobody's buying it, you know.
Oh, right.
And it's from Boom. I mean, the kids section of all fucking places, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, so even the ones that are out there, they're probably beat to death.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. How many are going to be in 9A that going to be beat to death? Oh man. Tony's hooking you up big time, man. So you looking for the one with the actual hat on it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the hat is I guess it's the C cover.
Tony's sending me links. Tony can find anything, man. I'm glad I have him on my team, man. You just say a book and he's like, oh dude, here's 20 links of it. Bang, 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 bang. I'm like, oh geez. So no, it's hard for the comic game out here. I mean, I got the regular people who who pick up books daily, but then I got collectors, and it's like you got Motor City Comic Con, which is tough. And like going to Motor City for me at least, it's not like Indy, dude. Indy I can find some deals. Motor City, everything's because the booth prices are too insane. Like it's like I think it's like $800, $700 for a booth in Motor City, and you can tell by the prices on the books, man. It's like I'm not gonna overspend because I hate to say your booth prices are too expensive, you know.
Yeah. I
mean, you're gonna find, give me a book that's $20, it's gonna be $40-$50 there, and it's not gonna be near mint plus by any standard. It's gonna be near mint, with a few dings on it. So, but Dubs, is Dubs even around anymore? Did he fall asleep?
Here, man.
What are you doing over there?
He fell asleep.
You guys go for it.
Oh, okay. I appreciate it.
I know Brian got real quiet too.
I was just in school taking notes, I guess you could say.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's what we kind of do. At least I know that's what I kind of do. I guess I'll share my secrets, I guess. So that's what I kind of do. I kind of look at like old articles and say like, especially ones that's been up for a while that people probably forgotten about. It's like, maybe we'll see what's going on here, and then we'll maybe I'll get lucky here or there. I mean, and it's not like I'm like got some super secret sites that nobody knows about, to be honest with you. It's like, just lucky and working a Google machine, man. You know.
Yeah, I don't know how some of these people find. I don't have time to sit there and go to 48 different websites to try and find something. If I find it locally, great. If I don't, then
Well, I mean, we're not
a lot too, right? You used to travel a lot too, which helped.
I did. I used to travel, which helped. I mean, because especially not even just traveling, because I didn't travel to an office, so everything I did was on the road. So, if I was going to Baltimore, I'd been to Baltimore, 7 or 8 different times, and every time I would always stop at Third Eye. And there's 3 or 4 other ones that I would always stop at, around the Baltimore area and stuff like that.
And I guess I would say you and Bailey have pretty much the most experience going to different comic book shops out of pretty much anybody in the group. I'd probably even say that's probably the biggest fact of it. I could bet money on. I mean,
yeah, and probably a lot of them. I can probably even remember which ones I went back to multiple times. And then I would specifically, if I was within 25 miles of them, I would take a 25 mile or 30 mile or 40 mile off trip just to go over to certain stores. But there's not a huge amount of them.
Yeah. I mean, I need to come down and see you and talk about that one store we talked about. I got to make that trip. Maybe in the springtime or something. Maybe.
I'm not going to go all Kurt Love or anything like that and never tell anybody. But I mean, obviously there is one place that I don't honestly it's probably the best store I've been to in the country, and I consistently go back, and they're always restocking, and they always have stuff there. And
that's the problem with Detroit, man. I go there, it's the same books that have been sitting in the boxes for years, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Unless you're chummy with the guys, you're never gonna find anything. And I was talking to a guy, he's like, honestly, Dino, he's like, if I'm not gonna make money on it, it's out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna find a near mint plus book that I don't know about, besides maybe like variants or modern books that he hasn't known about yet. Like, you're not gonna find a near mint key just laying around. So.
Right.
But
I mean, that store, I mean, they know what they're doing too, because I mean, they got a bunch of they restock their wall books and stuff as well. I mean, like, I think the last time I went there, I think he had the Venom Lethal Protector, the black, the Black Air variant. I mean, which I'd never, that's the first time I'd ever even seen the book. But I mean, he had a price for like $3,000 or something like that. I mean, it was, way overpriced, but so, I mean, he knows what his books are, but for some reason, he lets a lot of those $30, $40, $50 books, sit in bins for, $3 or $4. I don't know why.
Maybe he just doesn't know. You know what? I honestly like that though, because when I go to stores, especially the big one around us, it's like you're never gonna find a big book just laying around. I mean, they have them in the back behind the counter, but it's like, at least give me something where I know. It's like, give me something that I can dig through the books and give. That's the worst thing, going to the store and just digging for like an hour or two and not finding anything. It's like, you're bad when you're looking at Big Hero 6 #1 for like $6, and you're like,
No, I agree. I think there's it. I mean, it could actually. I mean, maybe it's a strategy that that people will dig through bins and they'll pick up some of these other ones that they may not. Maybe some random Batman book or something for $5 that they normally wouldn't buy, just because they're already looking for these other books that they might find. But if you're not going to find anything, nobody's even going to look.
Yeah, well, and the other thing you talk about too is like, when you think about that, like maybe you're looking for run fillers, but I mean, how many people are really looking for run fillers that aren't hardcore guys? I mean, there's some guys out in the cons who are looking like, some random like question. They're gonna try to do a full run of the question or something crazy like that. But I mean,
right. But they're going to cons to do that so they can get them for 50 cents or whatever. They're not paying $2 or something like that for them.
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I understand your store. It's like, it's like, you put all your knick-knack shit around the counter, so you pick something up, when you walk out the door at a grocery store. I mean,
Right. Yeah, it's the reason gum sells so well.
Yeah.
I mean, they put it right there next to the counter. Oh, it's only $1. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Maybe he's smarter than me. He's been in business for a long time, so I guess he knows what he's doing. So
yeah. I mean, if he wasn't making money, he'd shut it down, right? I mean, we
Right.
would hope so. Right. So.
which does actually it makes me think like what does his warehouse look like? Because I mean he does have a lot of new books and variants and stuff like that. So I know he's ordering a lot. But then somebody I think it was Yanni or something posted a few weeks or right before Christmas posted something up in Dayton. There was a warehouse sale.
Yeah.
So I swung up there and it was awful. I mean, I ended up buying a whole long box because the long boxes were like $100 for a long box.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up.
That's not terrible.
No, it's not terrible. Especially, I mean, basically what I did, I got probably 3/4 of the way through the long box, and I really just was tired of looking. And I went over and I just took an entire stack of Rebirth, like Detective Comics and Batman and Trinity and Supergirl and stuff like that.
Stuff that's gonna sell.
Yeah, just took a huge stack and just filled the rest of the box with it. So I probably got 100 Rebirth books or something in there that were in the whole thing or whatever. It's not like there was anything great in there at all, but I can't imagine what this other store's with their warehouse actually looks like, because they're restocking from somewhere, and I highly doubt that they're restocking it from people coming in and selling collections. Maybe they are. I don't know.
Well, my other place I go to, down the street from me, like, would be really cool, right? Like, oh, it's a place down the street. All their keys go on auction, dude. They have an auction every Wednesday and Saturday, and it just basically goes for eBay prices. So I'm like, why do I even want to go there? I mean, you can catch somebody. Like, I got a whole run of Lobo for like $10 when Lobo number 3 was like hot. But I mean, what am I gonna do with Lobo 1 through 100?
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, it's just like, so I mean, I understand. I mean, that's what they turn into. They're like, oh, any key they get from a collection, they just throw it on there, and they're gonna make some money, and somebody's gonna buy it, and so I don't know. It's very peculiar, but what's all like? You'll see all these comments. I haven't really realized where he's now. It's been too good about. Yeah, no, yep, David. Yeah, I understand, man. It's like, yep, digging through boxes for 2 to 3 hours, and then you only find 2 books. It's not, Or I hate being that guy who rolls up to the counter bin. It's like, hey, man, where's your like decent books at, man? Like, I'm not trying to spend like thousands of dollars, but like, I don't want dollar books for $2. It's like, and then they show me like $100 like 9/8 PGX slab of something that's terrible. I'm like, oh god.
My problem is I only have one comic book store here, which is Third Eye, but it's not the big Third Eye. It's a smaller shop. So they don't have a bunch of back issues. So if I want back issues of stuff, I have to go online or drive 2 hours away to Baltimore or, every place up that way, because I live down in Southern Maryland. But the new Third Eye shop that just moved within the last year, it was big before, but now it's even bigger, and they have a big back issue selection. So if I'm in that area, I go and stop by.
Oh, do they? I haven't been to Baltimore in like 2 years, and it was at that old shopping center.
Yeah, they moved like probably not even a mile from there, and it's bigger than like that place was big. This place is probably 1.5 times that size, and we stopped by hungover as crap on the way back from Baltimore Comic-Con, and I was digging through a bunch of back issues there.
Yeah, they've got to have a huge warehouse full of books because they order so much.
Yeah, they get because I'll talk to the guys at the one down here all the time, and they have some crazy customers up there that must have every cover of certain issues. So like they'll buy all 12 covers of Phoenix Resurrection.
Ugh.
But they have separate diamond accounts, but the one down here is smaller. So sometimes I'll go in and I'll just ask them like, "Hey, I'm looking to pre-order this, or I'm looking to see if you guys have this available next week." And they'll call up to Annapolis and they'll be like, "Yeah, can you put Brian's name on it?" And then I'll just prepay, and then I'll go in the following week and pick it up.
That's nice.
Yeah. So it helps, 'cause especially after DCBS started raping you on variants, I was like, this sucks. And then I just started going to Third Eye and just saying, "Hey, I really want a copy of this. Can you guys get it for me?" And they're like, "Yeah." And the prices aren't that bad. I mean, they definitely take care of you.
Yeah, that as far as like customer friendly, they are. Well, before, I mean, they were. You'd walk in and they were, there'd be a girl there and she'd like, "Oh, and is there anything I can help you with? Look at these, what kind of titles do you like? This is a new one." I mean, they're just very, very helpful.
I mean, it's good when you have good customer service. Like even the guys by us, like they're great guys. Like I mean, I bought 2 of those Punisher. I bought that Punisher. That one I just razzed, that Punisher book I just razzed. I bought 2 of those slash for decent deals. I mean, they'll deal with me. It's just like I'm never gonna find like when I go back all the time. It's not like you're guaranteed to find something. But, so.
Yeah, I remember like a week after Baltimore Comic Con, my buddy and I played hooky from work and drove up to Glen Burnie to check out a shop. And not only did we get a great comic experience, we also got to experience a heroin bust when they were pulling people off the Metro bus.
Oh my gosh.
It was like, we come out and looking at what we got, and we're like, "What the hell's going on here?" There's like 8 cop cars and Metro bus parked there, and there's the guy that was running the shop was like a retired police officer, and he said, "Yeah, they run their heroin. They'll get on the Metro and then get on a bus, and they'll come here and do the deal on the bus, and then the person will just get off on the next stop." I was like,
That's smart.
Except that day it wasn't.
Yeah, except for that time.
I wonder how long it took him to pick that one up.
Yeah.
But no, that's good stuff. Is Doug's asleep? I think he is.
No, man, I'm here.
You want to roll on to the next topic of whatever topic we're going to roll on to?
Let's see here. I was sad to find out that officially YouTube is gone from the Amazon Fire TV. And it actually got pulled 4 days early, which I thought was hilarious. But Brian, you were saying that people can use Firefox as an alternative?
Yeah, actually, when you go to YouTube, the YouTube app on Amazon, it tells you, hey, it gives you some other browser and then, of course, Mozilla Firefox. So you just download the Firefox app, and then as soon as you open up the Firefox app, there's icons for like YouTube and a bunch of other sites. And if you check YouTube, it gives you the, activate from the app on your phone and enter the code. And it basically comes up and it's just like the app. So you're using Mozilla, but the user interface and everything looks just like the YouTube app. So it saved my kid's day and looked like a hero. And then, of course, Christmas break, we'd let them watch YouTube videos instead of going straight to bed. And they've been staying up late as hell because they watch YouTube nonstop.
And that they did that just because Amazon really hates Google, right?
Google was trying to get, from what I read, Google wanted to get Amazon apps on their whatever they compared to the Echo and all the Google Home stuff, kind of like their version of the Echo and the Dot and all those things. And I guess they were in arguments over Amazon allowing them and not allowing them. And then Google said, fine. And they cut YouTube from Amazon. But they didn't, because that Mozilla app works just as good. Or Firefox, sorry.
Yeah, I'm pulling up right now. I'm just looking at Firefox browser.
Yeah. So, yeah, it'll tell you YouTube no longer available. Try this browser or Firefox. If you choose Firefox, it'll take you to the Amazon App Store for Firefox if you don't already have it downloaded. Download it in 2 seconds. As soon as you open up Firefox, there'll be a bunch of icons for like popular sites. YouTube's like the first one. You click it, and then it'll say you can either go in without signing in, or you can sign in, basically put in a URL from your phone, and it links to the app, and then you put like a 5-digit PIN in, and then bam, it looks just like the YouTube app. Same user interface and everything.
Cool. Well, that's good.
Hey, Wood, did you see that link I sent in the Hangout or in the group chat there?
I'm looking now.
That's not you, is it?
No.
What the hell is this, man? It has like all our articles on it.
Huh.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, we'll talk about that offline, I guess. But that's interesting. That's Tony. Good job, Tony.
It's cited at the bottom,
I know that, but
that's fucking weird.
yeah. So, anyways,
At least they gave credit, but that's weird.
In very small print at the bottom.
yeah, and like one font.
Do you know how fast is your iPhone? They're slowing them all down now.
Oh, please, my iPhone's. I mean, my Tinder matches. They don't. Yeah, it's all good. Doesn't slow down on Tinder. No. I don't know. I don't see a problem. I mean, I know they slow it down. I mean, I think I had the 5 when I went to before I went to the Droid. I think it was the 5. It was slowed down, but I mean, it's all the updates and stuff. I mean, I know what they're doing. I mean, they're not going to make Nokia bricks phones for iPhone, so you can have the same phone for 20 years. I mean, it's capitalism. I mean,
and it's the same thing with iPads. I mean, as technology gets better, these apps take up more space and require more resources. So if your device doesn't have those resources, at least Apple's doing something to make sure you have some type of legacy application.
Well, and the other thing too is like they admitted they're slowing down phones, and their fix was like they're going to give you a free battery or a discounted battery. It's like, okay, like they're going to charge you $23 for the battery instead of like 55 or something. It's like all I can think about is that South Park episode with the BP oil spill dude. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry," and he keeps spilling the oil. That's all Apple's doing. I mean, they're like, "Oh, we're sorry. Here's a discounted battery for you." It's like, so I don't see any problems with it.
Yeah, I figure by the time it's going to start slowing down, you'll get a new phone anyway.
Yeah. See, Adam knows. Yeah, $29 for a battery. Like, here you go. We're sorry. We're so sorry.
Yeah, Adam, they're already being sued in different, all over the place.
I mean, okay, so everybody's gonna do this class action lawsuit, and what are you gonna get, a buck out of it? I mean, it's like, I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, how many people stand in line for new phones, let alone old phones? How many people are standing in for new phones because their phone's super slow? Not too many people, It's just They're just buying phones because they got to upgrade. So,
yeah.
I mean, and it's like, whatever. I mean, I'm gonna hold on to I think I got the 7. I'm gonna hold on to the 7 for as long as I can. So,
Lebednik says that they might be facing criminal charges for this. Says in another country it's illegal to make devices that are designed to wear out.
because they're manufactured in Asia, you mean?
I guess. I don't know.
At Foxconn.
It's I said, yeah, you can't design a device that'll wear out, so you have to buy a new one, like designed to wear out on purpose, I guess.
I mean, that's smart. I mean, I understand the reasoning behind that. So.
Oh, he's saying it's because it makes waste. So I guess it's an environmental thing more than a consumer.
If that's the case, a lot more companies than just Apple are going to be sued.
Oh, this is America. We're so wasteful. It's not even funny.
Yeah. All right, I think I got to bail though, guys.
Boo.
I know. Sorry, but I'll catch you next time.
All right, man.
All
All right,
right.
see you, Paul.
See ya.
Yeah, I was just looking to upgrade my 7 to an 8, but I don't feel like paying 150 bucks right now.
You mean the X?
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna get the X. I'm actually looking because I got what, the 7 Plus. I'm actually looking to go like the 8, just the smaller phone again.
Yeah, dude. I wish they would give me back the 5S or the 5C, where it was like super small. I don't need a fucking big old brick phone anymore. Just give me like the super small phone with a small screen. I'm good. Like,
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but the X is smaller.
is it?
It's got a bigger screen, but the
the width.
physical size of the phone is smaller because it takes out the black areas and crap. So I think it's actually smaller than the Plus.
Yeah, I don't need a Plus. I just need regular.
Yeah, I don't think I've reached my full whatever the lease term is. So if it says you can upgrade now, but you have to pay like 150 bucks today, and I'm like, screw that.
Pay $150 for a phone that you don't get to keep.
Well, you know
What?
what you know what they're doing now. Remember when phones were like $100 or $120 or whatever? Now they're just rolling it into your plan and like it's $6 or $20 extra on your plan for a new phone.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, and they're all offering like Sprint offers Hulu now, just like what is it? T-Mobile offers Netflix, and one offers HBO. Or
And then you got other companies saying, hey, you buy one iPhone X, you get another one on us or some stuff for somebody else. It's like,
yeah. So and that it's not like I need to upgrade. My phone works fine, so I'm like, all right, I'll just wait.
yeah. And you know what's funny is I saw in the fine print on that, they're like, you got to have an AT&T subscription for cable or something to get that deal or.
Yeah, because they're DirecTV, ATT owns DirecTV now too, right?
Yeah.
I like my PlayStation View for TV.
I just stream everything, dude. I mean, I don't use Hulu. I have Netflix. I don't have Hulu. Amazon Prime. I've been using Amazon Video, dude. They have good movies on there.
I love Amazon Prime.
Yeah, their videos are nice. I've started recently getting into it. So
Their music app, even the free one that comes with Prime, is awesome too. I mean, you can pay the whatever for the music unlimited, but the regular free Prime music has plenty of new music on there and old music and.
I mean, they have current movies too, like Jack Reacher, or it's like they have good movies. I mean,
And all the old HBO shows are on there.
Deadwood, they had Deadwood on there.
Yep. Boardwalk Empire, Sopranos.
I never watched the last season of Boardwalk Empire. I need to go back and watch that.
Yeah, it was good.
I wish they would do is on the decades, for Amazon, they have like 2010 and above. They should do like single years. Like I want to see it 2017, But so, well, since Paul left, it kind of killed the whole outline. We didn't even get a Paul's problem. That fucker left without Paul's problem.
Oh my gosh, it's not even a complete show.
I know. I don't even have a problem. Yeah, I don't know. I think he just wants to be replaced permanently. I don't know if I'm gonna announce this, but I know we've been having less and less people come on. I know Z's been busy at work, and Scott's getting shit faced in Philadelphia right now, and Paul's just being a pussy. But I might ask a couple people the guest host, so I might do that eventually.
I think that'll be good.
Yeah, just come in.
I think there's people that would like to just chat.
Yeah, I mean nothing super serious. I mean I don't need to know your history of comics or but just cool campfire shit that you want to talk about.
Yeah, just no more Hollywood hookups. No calls, no show, motherfuckers.
No, I know, dude. Oh god, it irritates me. I watched that series, dude. I watched it.
I'm not. I'm still pissed.
Dude, it was most of that series was just people like butthurt over who invented what first. I mean, half the show was just people bitching about who invented what first. But whatever. I mean, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't the greatest thing I've ever watched. So, but the next time we're gonna do this, I don't know when we're gonna do. Maybe the 14th, boys. Going back to Sundays, or should we move it to Monday? You guys like Mondays, or I know Monday today was a holiday, but do you think we should switch up days since it's a new year?
Yeah, we could probably talk about that.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't really matter to me because I mean I work on some Mondays or Tuesdays, so
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are rough, because UD likes to just.
Yeah, they can't get their shit together. I understand. Maybe Mondays, and then Fridays are tough, but maybe Mondays. Maybe we'll go to Mondays or something like that. Well, we'll talk with the group to figure it out. But I know Sundays are kind of a drag, but maybe Mondays. Maybe we'll get more viewership on Mondays. So
Cool.
yeah, it's possible.
Anything else you guys want to talk about, or I mean, we've been going for like an hour and something.
That's not bad for a holiday.
Yeah, nah. No, you guys. Okay. I guess we didn't talk about this because he kind of glammed over this. But anything looking forward to comics, video games, TV, movie wise in 2018?
I'm actually looking forward to the Black Panther movie. I hope it's good. But
A lot of people have been hyping Black Panther, man.
I like I forget the director's name, but I like the other movie because he directed Creed,
Mhm.
directed what was that other one? Was it Fruitville Station?
Yeah,
What was it
Fruitvale
called?
Station. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a bunch of those movies on Netflix, but yeah, I'm interested in seeing it. I haven't been able to keep up with video games as much. I was actually looking because like PlayStation Network had a huge sale over the holidays, and I was like, I want to find a game that kind of just sit down and chill and play by myself. And I ended up playing Stick of Truth from South Park.
No, that's a good game though. I heard. What'd you think about it?
I liked it. I got it for free because I had pre-ordered Fractured But Whole,
Yep.
and when I pre-ordered it, it came with Stick of Truth for free. And then Fractured But Whole got delayed, so I canceled the pre-order. And at first, they took away Stick of Truth, and then like a month later, I noticed it was back in my library. So I've been playing that off and on. And I still have Call of Duty World War II, but I play it. A lot of times I'll sit down and I'm like, I get like a guilty conscience, like I should be doing something else rather than playing video games. But
I'm excited for Days Gone. It's gonna be like a zombie GTA style game. It's like a horror survival game. I'm excited for Red Dead Redemption 2, but I heard the microtransactions might kill that. I don't know. So I'm kind of not. Last of Us 2.
God of War is probably gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, God of War. Movies wise, I don't know. Like, I guess everybody's like hyped about Black Panther. I guess I'm not.
I think Infinity War is gonna be good, but I mean, I'm looking forward to. I'm not Marvel or DC fanboy, but I have enjoyed the Marvel movies better than the DC movies.
Mm-hmm.
do you think that they're gonna do like, or how like in Civil War they kind of snuck in a little bit for Spider-Man? Do you think, even though the deal is, I guess, technically not, signed in blood or whatever, do you think they're still going to try and sneak something into Infinity War because it's in two parts, right?
Right. Well,
So
no,
do you think,
it was.
Do you think they're going to, are they also they move back to one?
Well, yeah. Right now they moved it back to one, and then it's just Avengers 4 right now.
I just was wondering. I thought it was two, so I was sitting there thinking, would they try and sneak in like a little either post credits trailer or your teaser or something like that, to have like Silver Surfer or something like that in there,
or like a line of dialogue, like in was it Civil War when they mentioned Stephen Strange?
Yeah, something like that. Just to at least kind of acknowledge who they just bought.
Yeah. I don't know. That's I mean, they could. I mean, it's all that's all legal talk. So who knows how when the ink dries and what they can do, and did they have a handshake deal and what they can do? They probably will in some vague background something. but maybe it's written on something. But I mean, what do you, and then you got like what New Mutants is dropping, Deadpool 2, Venom, Ant-Man and the Wasp is going to drop too.
Yeah, Deadpool 2 doesn't even have a title yet, does it? It's just
Besides Deadpool 2, no, I
Yeah.
don't think so. And then Aquaman's supposed to drop around Christmas time.
Is Deadpool 2 coming out at the same time it did the last one, like in the
February.
Like, February?
Nope, it's well this one says June 1st. So
Oh, okay.
So basically, it's gonna go just so everybody knows. Black Panther February, New Mutants April, Infinity War May, Deadpool June, Incredibles if you want to count that June 15th. Ant-Man and the Wasp is July, Venom's October, X-Men Dark Phoenix is November 2nd.
What, Venom's this October?
That's what it says on this. That's what it says. I know they wrapped it up. I thought.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they got the animated Spider-Man movie in end of December, and then Aquaman the same day. What was that?
I didn't hear any of the Valiant movies in between any of that.
I'm gonna say this website might not be up to date with the Valiant movies. Hopefully that YouTube movie's coming around. Hopefully. So we'll see. But
That's a lot. That's a lot of movies.
Yeah, did you see that Jodie Foster was bitching that the blockbuster comic book movies are ruining the movie audience?
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
And then it was coming off because she just directed an episode of season 4 for Black Mirror. So I watched the first 2 episodes of Black Mirror because it's on Netflix now.
Yep.
Season 4, the first one was great. I mean, Paul needs to watch it because it's hard to explain it, but him being a Star Trek fan would enjoy it. But the second one was the Jodie Foster one, and I was like, I wasn't impressed. But that show's kind of cool. I don't know if any people watch Black Mirror, but
I couldn't get into it, dude. I watched season 1 for like 3 episodes or 4 episodes, and it was like, ugh.
It picks up better because, like, what is it? The first 2 seasons, I think, are purely like straight British. And then the third season, I think they started having more like U.S. actors. Like Ron Howard's daughter was in one, and they're weird. But
can you skip them, or do you got to actually watch season 1 and 2 to understand what's
no,
happening?
you can skip them because they're each one's like it's almost like Twilight Zone. Each one's a self-contained episode.
Okay.
And it's almost one you don't want to binge because some of them are like so screwed up and like kind of out there. Like one had one episode, I forget, I think it was season 3, that had the guy from Get Out in it, and they had to like ride a bike all day for their job, and it's kind of like a Running Man type episode where they were like, I forget, it was like a game show, or it was a couple years since I watched it, but the first episode of season 4 was good, and then the second one, the third one, I watched most of it, but they're kind of they make you think, and it's just like kind of some screwed up stuff. But
and this is on Netflix.
Yeah, it's called Black Mirror.
It's something you shouldn't watch with the kiddos, right?
Yeah, don't watch with kiddos.
Yeah,
because it's the content is deranged. I mean, like I said, it's kind of like a Twilight Zone type show, and there is language in it.
Do you think it's like that one? What's that one show that's out right now that's really fucked up? Oh God, it's with American Gods. It's like that style, I guess. Like how
but even it can be on that strange level. But each one just takes like an in-your-face concept of like one of them with was it Bryce? What's her name? Dallas Howard. Bryce
Dallas Howard.
But how society is so addicted to social media and what the ranking is on social media, and it like takes that and it flips it on its head where she couldn't book a plane ticket because her social media status wasn't high enough. She couldn't, so she had to do the lower cat. So it basically takes and creates social class with their social media ranking.
Oh God, I wouldn't want to know ours on this YouTube fucking channel.
Yeah. So and like she was invited to her friend's wedding, but she still needed to gain like a certain amount of social media points or something like that. And she's like, "Don't worry, I'll make it." And her whole trip there, she kept getting lower in rank, and then she showed up to her wedding like all like freaking dirty, and everyone at the wedding was like, "Oh my God."
That's funny.
So yeah, it's like strange, but I enjoy watching them, even though like some of the episodes I'm kind of like meh.
I'll check it out.
But yeah, don't watch it with kids.
Yeah.
I mean, 15-year-old or somewhere around there. I mean, of course, it's your discretion, but yeah, anything younger than that, I definitely wouldn't watch with. Because, like Dina, you said you watched like the first episode. Wasn't that the one where they made like the UK governor or have sex with a pig on video or something
Yes.
to like free his daughter?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But
Cool. I think that's it. I mean, I don't have anything else, I guess. I mean, we did 2 hours. Not terrible.
yeah, especially with an impromptu timeline.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the semifinal games and everything going on.
Yeah. Should I ruin it right now for everybody? Are you watching it, Ben?
I am watching it.
No,
I'm
that's
trying
not
to see what
was up, right?
That's
they
close.
are. They are up. It's close. It's low scoring. It's not like the first game.
Yep.
Oh, looks like it might have just turned over.
No.
Oh yeah, Bama's got the ball back. Clemson just turned it over. I don't want to see two SEC teams in the championship. That's garbage.
No, I do. I want to see them all. I just want to see it. You might as well just make an SEC only college football playoff. Like
They're not even that good. The SEC is not even that good.
I know.
Ugh.
It's almost as bad as us in the Michigan fucking slappies over here that think we're gonna win the fucking every year we're gonna win a national championship. Like let's beat on Michigan State and Ohio State and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, when's the last time Michigan beat Ohio State?
Long time. We'll just put it that way. I know you're Ohio State. I don't get all pissed off about it. We lose because we deserve to lose. It's like even the 1 year where we lost by 1 point or whatever. It's like, if you can't stop JT Barrett, problem. I mean, so do I think JT Barrett's going to be a great quarterback in the NFL? I don't think he's going to play quarterback in the NFL. But
he's just. I bet he ends up just being a coach.
Yep.
And that's not Urban Meyer's system.
Yeah, well, and the thing too is like same thing with Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts is going to be that great of a quarterback in the NFL. I don't think he's going to play quarterback in the NFL. No. It's funny. Alabama's won 6 national championships without a quarterback. I mean, that's impressive. So, I mean, a guy who basically just runs and throws the ball like 20 yards. Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't know how they keep winning. I mean, their defense is usually what carries them.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it because I hate this argument with my coworker all the time about recruits. But when you get 12 5-star recruits, I mean, every year it matters. I mean,
it does.
I'm not saying that all those 5-star recruits end up being 5-star players.
No, but when you got talent all over the place, you can miss on a few of them, and it doesn't hurt you.
Well, yeah. They over recruit and then they tell people, sorry, we don't have your scholarship anymore.
Yeah, and that's the 4-star guys.
Yeah.
Right.
3-star guys.
So and they just get these big beefy guys that just wear you down through the game.
Yeah, I mean when your O-line and D-line are all 5-star studs who are basically like pro football players already and they're like freshmen. I mean, when they're 6'6" and 300 pounds and freshmen, I mean they don't have to be the greatest blocking person. They just need to get in the way of somebody, So, but all right, boys, we're going to. I guess we're gonna kill this.
Sounds good. Happy New Year to everybody who was listening.
Yeah, Happy New Year to everybody. Boyd, you got anything to say? Anything?
No. Happy New Year.
All right, boys, we'll catch you in probably 2 weeks. We'll talk about it. I'll shoot out a post on Maine about if we change dates or what we're gonna do. But it'll be 2 weeks likely, most likely either Sunday, Monday. We'll talk about it. So, all right, boys. We'll see you guys later.
Sounds good.